Hey everybody, it's Allison from Green Saves You Green, and I pretty much want to jump right into this video, but I just wanted to start by saying that this video is just freezer meals. They're all meant to be like super quick and easy freezer meals that you could just throw together and put them in the freezer. You don't have to cook anything for any of these except for the lasagna. I did do this with a friend of mine and she insisted on making lasagna, so lasagna is kind of stuck in there in the middle, but besides the lasagna, you don't have to cook anything. Everything goes in the freezer raw the way it is, and they're super quick and easy meals to make. But lasagna is not a bad freezer meal either. It takes a little more time, but it's worth it. I try to buy the meat when it's discounted, but when I do that, I buy it and use it the same day. So I'll either buy it and cook it or buy it and freeze it. So when I buy a whole bunch of meat, I wish I had a picture of everything that I bought this day that I went shopping, but I bought a lot of meat and we turned it into a whole lot of meals, and I even bought, there's not even all in this video, I have some that I didn't actually make into meals, I just stuck in the freezer, and I'm only going to be showing you my portion of what all we made. Basically everything I show you, we doubled it. I kept half, my friend kept half, and some we kind of switched around. I don't know how many total meals we made. I'll have to count it up and see. If you want to see what all we made, just keep on watching, and I will try to have the recipes down below in the description box. I really don't follow recipes, to be completely honest, but I will give you like a general idea of what I did, and I probably didn't measure most of the stuff, but like I said, it's a general idea, and that's just how I cook, and I don't know. Unless it's like a brand new recipe, I just kind of go with what I know. So, just keep on watching if you want to see what we made. Okay, first we're starting off with some ribs that we got discounted, and there was a lot of these ribs. Country style spare ribs is what they were called. And we bought, I don't know how many packs, probably like 10 packs of these because they were a lot of discounted ones. And the first one, I used this Grill Mates marinade mix, and I just followed the package directions and stuck it in there with the meat. And then for the remainder, which I believe I did 4 of these total, I just put some barbecue sauce. You can add any kind of barbecue sauce that you want, but this is the kind that I used. And you could do different barbecue sauces or whatever, but this is just what I did, and I believe I did 3 exactly like that. And that's it for the ribs. So to cook these, I always thaw my meals out the night before, so I'll just go to the freezer, grab something for the next day and thaw it out. And then it just depends on your slow cooker. Mine actually cooks like really high, like hot, so it doesn't take as long for mine, but you just do yours. But 6 to 8 hours on low should be fine. So now, as you can see, I'm just chopping up some onions, and I just went ahead and cut this whole entire bag of onions up, and some of it I sliced and some of it I diced, and I just went ahead and did it all at once. That way it would be ready for each meal that we needed it for. And I didn't show this for the ribs, but if you want to label your bags, which you should, you need to do it before you add anything to the bag, or it's going to be really difficult once you put something in the bag. So this is a Crock Pot Chicken Pot pie soup type of thing, and all it is some cream of chicken, some garlic, some onions. I put a couple bouillon cubes in there, and we bought this chicken already cut up because it was discounted, already cut up, but you could obviously just buy breasts or tenders and chop it up yourself. but we actually skipped that, and then a bag of frozen veggies, and this is one of the most simplest meals that I think is really delicious. Whenever I cooked this, I served it with some biscuits since it doesn't have a crust, and that was it. It was really good. My husband liked it too. I forgot to add seasoning, so I opened it back up and sprinkled some in there. I just have this really little short clip of my friend over here. She's working on some pork chops that we got discounted, and all we did was basically stick them in the bag, and we added some cream of mushroom soup, and that's it. And I would say slow cooker, 4 to 6 hours on low would do that. This is some cut up meat that we bought. It was already chopped up when we got it, and all I did was add some beef broth, some different seasonings. I used this Fiesta lime seasoning, and I threw some garlic in there, and that was it. I made like 4 of these, and you can use them for tacos, nachos, burritos, whatever you want. Here is us making our 8 pans of lasagna. All you have to do is just cook the meat and add the red sauce to it. That's the only thing that we cooked for all of this. And if you know how to make lasagna, you just layer in, start with a little bit of meat, add your noodles. I did 2 at a time. I always get the oven ready lasagna noodles just because since I'm going to freeze it and they're not cooked and I'm going to bake it, I just find that this works for me. So you layer your meat sauce and then your ricotta mixture. Then of course you add more cheese and then start back over. Now we are making some meatloaf. We've got our ground meat in there, and I added some garlic, some worceshire, onions of course, breadcrumbs, milk, and mix. This is my dad's favorite freezer meal that I make, so I always try to make some for him. Add your eggs in. I've used different recipes, but he actually said that he liked this one the best, and I was like, wow, because I think this was the simplest one. It didn't have anything extra in it. It was just really simple, but he loved it, so I'll probably just keep this recipe and use it from now on. And we were just doing 1.5 pound meatloafs. That's one of my favorite things about freezer cooking is if this was for a big family, you could obviously do a bigger meatloaf. I was just making these for my mom and dad, so it's just those two people. And this size is perfect for them. And even if you're just a single person that lives by yourself, you can just make like little miniature meatloafs. They have the little small pans, like miniature bread pans that you could use. And freezer cooking is just so easy because you could mix it all up and then you could make like 10 little miniature meatloafs if you wanted to. Or you could make really big ones if it's for a larger family. So that's really something that I love about freezer cooking is that you can adjust it to your needs. Now I'm just chopping up some green peppers. Labeling my bag, and this one is really simple. We used this sirloin strip steaks that we got discounted, and you just add the steak, some beef broth, garlic, onions, and the green peppers. And that's it. And I've actually seen people take like a pack of cheese and a pack of buns and freeze it all together like separate, but that way you have it all in your freezer together. I don't personally do that, but it would definitely work if you wanted to have like a whole entire meal together in the freezer.